Martin Luther King Jr., the voice of the civil rights movement, was also a target of intense FBI surveillance. Under J. Edgar Hoover's leadership, the agency waged a covert campaign against King and other civil rights leaders. But why? And at what cost? By the 1960s, Martin Luther King Jr. had become a symbol of hope and equality. His powerful speeches and unwavering commitment to nonviolent protest inspired millions across the nation. King's leadership in the civil rights movement was instrumental in challenging the systemic racism and segregation that plagued America. But to FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover, King represented a potential threat. Hoover, who had been the head of the FBI since its inception, was deeply suspicious of any movement that sought to disrupt the status quo. Hoover, a staunch opponent of communism, believed King and the civil rights movement were influenced by radical elements. He was convinced that communists were using the civil rights movement to destabilize the country. Hoover authorized extensive surveillance of King, including wiretaps, infiltration, and even attempts to undermine his reputation. The FBI's efforts to discredit King were relentless, involving a range of covert operations designed to sow distrust and discredit his leadership. Despite these efforts, King remained steadfast in his mission for justice and equality. The FBI tapped King's phones, bugged his hotel rooms, and monitored his every move. They were relentless in their efforts to gather any information that could be used against him. They sent anonymous letters, threatening to expose alleged personal scandals, hoping to tarnish his reputation. These letters were filled with malicious intent and aimed to break his spirit. One infamous letter even encouraged King to end his own life, a chilling testament to the lengths they would go to silence him. The Bureau also spread disinformation to the press, planting false stories and misleading information. They wanted to create a narrative that would turn the public against King. Their goal was to discredit King in the eyes of the public and weaken the civil rights movement. They hoped that by undermining his credibility, they could slow down the momentum of the movement. Despite Hoover's relentless efforts to discredit him, Martin Luther King Jr. continued to lead the civil rights movement with unwavering determination, inspiring millions across the nation and around the world. His speeches and peaceful protests became a beacon of hope for those fighting against racial injustice. But the FBI's extensive campaign against him, orchestrated under the guise of national security, revealed the agency's alarming misuse of power. This campaign included wiretaps, surveillance, and attempts to tarnish his reputation, showcasing the lengths to which the FBI would go to silence dissenting voices. Today, the surveillance and harassment of Martin Luther King Jr. serve as a powerful cautionary tale about the delicate balance between ensuring national security and protecting civil liberties. It underscores the dangers of targeting individuals who challenge the status quo and reminds us of the importance of safeguarding the rights of all citizens to speak out against injustice. The FBI's surveillance of Martin Luther King Jr. raises difficult questions. How far should governments go in the name of security? And what price do we pay for freedom? Share your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe to Emgotv1 for more powerful stories from history.